Hello, folks. Welcome to Cousins Reality TV. My name's Josh,
I'm Beth.
and we are talking about Big Brother, Sunday's episode, July 27th. Not a lot to say. Not a lot happened, honestly. I will say my initial thought after watching that episode was I have a new person I dislike a lot, and we'll get into that. But Beth, what are your thoughts?
It's like big boring is what it is. I mean, I hate to be a downer because, I look forward to this every year. I love Big Brother. And I was very excited. I think we both were for the first, during the first, episode, the first week, there was so much potential. And it's terrible right now. It's boring, it's predictable, it's the safe game, it's the same people going up over and over. It's just like a repeat. Like this week is a total repeat of last week, except Amy's not there. And it's boring to watch. It's completely boring.
So boring. So boring. So boring. Oh my God. I'm getting fed up with it already. And I was like you said, I was excited about this season because it did have so much potential. And it's just
It really did.
snooze fest. Jeez.
It really did. Absolutely. And I mean, it's like, I just have to say, what is wrong with Kelly? I know I've said that every time, but again, here we are offering ourselves up to go on the block. And I don't understand it because then you act like you're off put by it. And then I don't know. It's so bizarre to me. But when I was on Twitter the other day, I saw a tweet and I don't know this person. It just came across my feed and I really wanted to read it on here just because it made me laugh. And I thought that it was just like it hit the nail on the head. And maybe you won't think so, but I just want to share it really quick. But let me find somebody. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, here's another one. I saved two tweets. This has also something to do with Kelly, if I can read it really quick. It says that in one of the updates, she was telling Lauren before, I guess, the nominations, I have instigated every single fight in this house. I started the Jimmy Keanu fight. I started the Zay Rachel fight. I have instigated a lot in this house, and I have more instigations to come. It's fun. I'm loving it.
Delusional.
I mean, seriously, that is so messed up to me. Like, I don't understand how you think you are this mastermind, how you think that you've orchestrated so much stuff. But what's funny was it the week before that she was saying how she couldn't stand Jimmy's drama and theatrics? Well, if she believes that she's instigated fights intentionally, what makes her any different?
She's literally Raven from BB19. 100%.
She's crazy. But someone on Twitter, or I guess it's X now. I'm sorry, I'm dating myself here. But they at Hey Jude 708 commented on a tweet, and I just love the way they wrote this. It said, I hope Kelly knows she probably would have gone on the block anyway, and that volunteering for the block is not the noble and immortal move she thinks it is. And I was like, yes,
100%.
Well said. Well said.
Oh my God. Did you take a snip of those? You can send them to me and I can put them on here. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a screenshot. Yeah, screenshot. I can send that to you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Because I mean, obviously you would expect that most Big Brother fans watching this have these same thoughts, especially regarding Kelly, but I'm actually just crossing my fingers that this week she's gone just because I can't take it anymore. And it's like, and also though, getting her out because she's always the easy one because she volunteers herself might force another move, like a bigger move. But you know what my other thought was though, Josh, is honestly, I think that this season, I I hate the three nominee thing. I think that it would be, I think that it's almost ruining a factor of the game because it's like, let's say which I'm fast forwarding. We will talk about this later, but let's just say this is a made up scenario. Lauren made nominations and then decided she wanted to, she doesn't put Jimmy on the block. Then she decides, I'm going to put up Jimmy or a Vince or like someone that, or a Rachel, someone that would cause some rifts, some waves, then they still have the blockbuster. And so I just don't like the 3 nominee in the blockbuster because I enjoyed the factor of, like, then somebody's just completely screwed. And nobody's completely screwed in this game with that being there. And I get it to an extent, but I don't think I like it anymore.
Sorry, that was my water bottle. Yes, I completely agree, and it's funny you bring that up because when I was taking my shower today, I was thinking about how much I hate the BB Blockbuster, and I didn't experience it last season because I didn't watch. And I don't know if it worked out maybe it worked out better last year because nobody expected it, whereas like this year, people knew what it was, people knew how to work around it. And now it's just not a good idea anymore. So maybe they'll maybe like production will jump in and be like, okay, we're done with the BB Blockbuster.
Well, and you know what else? Right. But you know what else I was thinking, which isn't the same thing, but I was thinking, so as far as Mickey's power goes, okay, so we know that Mickey can overthrow an HOH, but the HOH gets so long to decide, 3 minutes with everybody, and they get to pick who they think it is. And if they pick Mickey, that washes her power out. It's flushed out. She doesn't get to overtake it. And I realized, honestly, the longer that she waits to use it, I feel like it's less in her favor because then they're going to go back and they're going to think, well, who felt safe last week? Who felt safe the week before? Why would they not feel safe this week? So it's almost like, when they first announced it, I was like, that's probably the best power there is because how would they figure it out? Well, maybe not if she had used it the first week, but now I feel like, obviously she's not going to use it this week. So if we go into next week, I feel like it's going to be, if she decides she's going to use it then, it's going to be easier to pick out who it would be because we know it's not going to be Will. We know it's not going to be Kelly.
Right.
We know it's not going to be Adrian. We know it's not going to be
Rachel, probably.
Well, right, because they would have used it. So it narrows down your choices. So that really isn't a great power now, I don't think. And the longer she holds on to it, I think it's just going to be flushed out.
I think that's a good point. But one thing I will say, though, is Caitlyn is very close to Lauren. So if, say, it was used next week, I bet a lot of people are going to point the fingers at Caitlyn.
Caitlyn?
Isn't her name Caitlyn? What's her name?
I think
Catherine. Catherine. Oh, my God. Catherine.
Okay,
sorry, she's barely on the show. Catherine.
Okay.
She's so close to Lauren that if it doesn't get used, I feel like a lot of people are going to point the fingers at her.
Oh, you think so? Okay. I mean, it might be. But
you make a good point, like that it's limiting their choices. But I do think if it was used next week, a lot of people would look at Catherine because she's so close to Lauren.
That's true. What I was gonna say something too. I forgot what it was, but I guess we should dive into the nominations then. I guess that would be the next place to go, right? We should talk about what Lauren decided to do.
Yeah, and let me just say that Lauren sucks. She was in one of the best positions in the house, the best position you'd want to be in a Big Brother house, be in the middle of a house divided. And for some reason, she stated, I want to win HOH and make a big move to prove to people I'm playing. Several things. One, there's no reason to. You're in it for the long haul. At first, I thought maybe she won it by chance, so she didn't have a choice. And maybe she was trying to throw it, but she didn't. No, she wanted to win it. And then she won it, and she didn't even use it worth her while. She just did what everybody wanted. It's like, what was the point of that? Why not just throw it to someone else, let someone else get the blood on their hands, and then you're off of it. And then you could play next week.
Yep.
Oh! And then
it's very frustrating.
Yes, and then like you said, she won't even look at them in the face when she talks to them. She has to look at something else. Oh
I mean,
God.
so I mean, that's probably the worst HOH that I have ever seen where you are turning away from the person talking to you. Even if like she was talking to, so let's say real quick, first she ends up nominating Keanu. She ends up nominating Kelly, of course, because Kelly begs everyone to put her on the block so she can prove how great she is
Yeah.
at this game. And then she puts up Will, which also his conversation with her, I mean, I was so happy for him that he spoke
Yeah.
up. He told her exactly what he felt and all of his reasons. Everything that he said was completely valid. It made complete sense. And she completely disregarded all of it. But I mean, I don't understand. Like, well, I'm going to put you up because no one's going to vote you out. But why do it then? I mean, I just don't think that's a good reason to put someone on the block. And especially, the thing with the three now is, every season there's always a pawn over and over and over again, like the reusable pawn
Yep.
that they always use. And now on these seasons, there's two of them
3.
because, well,
Adrian.
but I mean, well, yeah, that's true. Now, yeah, that's true
Sorry,
also.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But 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 it's just like those same things over and over. But I was really proud of him for speaking up for himself. I'm sad that it didn't work out. But if you know in your head, like, I'm gonna put up Keanu wants to come up here and talk to me, you know, at the very least, hear what he has to say. You're the
Yeah.
HOH. Hear what he has to say, see what he's going to offer you because it
Yeah.
might be beneficial to you when you know that he is good at competitions. Maybe he is a shield for you. Listen to at least what he has to say. And then at the very least, just be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I appreciate talk. Have some kind of rapport because she blew it with him. She blew it with Ashley. I mean, it was so awkward to watch. And it's just like, why are you being so disrespectful? Like, it's a game and you're just being disrespectful where you won't even turn your body toward them.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. I've never seen that before, ever.
No. No.
And especially so early into the season, like, if they had been in there a while and there was like major beef between, like, if she was with somebody that we knew there was a huge, issue there between them, maybe it would have made more sense. But it's like, what do you really have against Keanu where you can't even face your body toward him? What bothers you so much about Ashley that you can't even face her? It was so weird.
No, I completely agree. And I apologize for spoiling it, but so obviously, spoiler alert, Kiana won the veto and she puts up Adrian. She did it today. Why in the world, when you had an opportunity to take a shot at Rachel, would you not take a shot at Rachel? I love Rachel. Or Jimmy.
Or Jimmy.
Jimmy or Rachel, like the two biggest threats in the or Vince at this point, but obviously you're not going to take Vince. So the only thing I was thinking, in addition to that, is the only thing I can think of in Lauren's head that would be smart is that her target is Kelly, so that Vince's number 2 is Lauren and not Kelly, like to kind of knock that off. That's the only thing I could think of that would be smart for maybe what she's trying to do, but I don't think she's thinking that way.
No, I don't think she's trying to be smart at all. I think she wanted so badly to be HOH, but she wants no blood on her hands. And so
Yes.
these were the easiest nominations. And to put Adrian up again, I guess she figures like she probably thinks that he doesn't have any issue with Jimmy now, even though Jimmy put him up, you know. So then she's thinking he's not really going to have an issue with me. And I'm going to actually be really pissed if Adrian does go home because he's at least one of the people that, like, if he ends up winning, it wouldn't be a wash of a season for me. It's like, but if he's up against, I mean, really, I mean, he would go home against Will. Will he go home against Kelly? I don't know.
I think at least Will is safe this week. Will is not going
Oh,
home,
Will's completely not going
which is
anywhere.
great because
But
I
do we
do love
think if
Will.
it's
But
Adrian and Kelly, who's going to go? Who do you think?
I think it's honestly going to be Adrian.
He would be the smarter move because he's a better player. But
Much
these are
better
a bunch of
player.
dumbasses. Who's going to go on the block next week, though, if Kelly's not there? it's just, and that's the other thing too that I was thinking that I forgot, but now I remember, is when we were talking about that power. I wonder if people are going to think it's Kelly that has it because she wouldn't use it because she wants to be on Black all the time. People are going to be like, it's definitely Kelly that has the power.
Oh man, that's great. That's genius. She would be a genius. No, I'm kidding. All I can say is I can't wait for next week, and I hope Rachel wins HOH because I really think she would turn things around and really put up people who need to go home because she's an old school player. And I
Yes,
really
we need a shake up. And
yes,
honestly, Vince is in the best spot in
he
the
is.
entire house.
He is, and I can't stand him.
No, at this point though, I think he's going to win. If you had to if you ask me right now who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be him at this point. Until maybe some of the cracks start showing and people start putting two and two together that he's best friends with everybody, until that starts to kind of shine through, he's sitting so pretty right now. He doesn't have to do anything. He's
I know.
everybody's best friend. And it's just,
It's
yeah,
it's
I
gonna be a
I think
boring watch. He's going to win. You're absolutely right.
I think he's
Because
gonna win.
it sucks. It sucks because I don't
Mhm.
care for Vince. I liked him at first. He just, I don't like that
But
type of gameplay.
you know what though? Like I loved Vince first episode. After the second week, I didn't like him as much. But honestly, after this last week, because I'm starting to dislike more and more people, I would pick him over probably half of them. I don't like Lauren. I would pick Vince over Lauren. I mean, obviously, I would pick Vince over Riley. I would pick Vince over Jimmy. I
Ava.
would pick Vince, yes, over Ava, over Kelly. I mean, so, is he the worst person in the cast? Absolutely not. He's not my favorite, but I mean, it would be better than, yeah. Could you imagine Kelly winning this season? I picked her as my winner the first
I
episode. I would
know.
be devastated if she won, though.
She
I
won't.
mean,
She's gonna be gone this week, I think.
I would love to see her go this week because I'm just sick of it, and it's been a crutch for one, it's been a crutch for every HOH because she just offers herself and it's easy for them. I want to see them forced to make harder decisions because it's boring.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is she's going to be shocked if she does go home, and I want to see that because I hope that when Julie interviews her that she insinuates what a stupid move it was, because sometimes Julie doesn't hold back,
Oh yeah,
and she'll
she
say,
smacked Marcellus in the head in season 3, which I know you probably didn't watch, but it was hilarious.
I don't think I saw, no, I didn't see that one, but she says things classy, but she's gonna let you know if
Oh
you
yeah.
messed up. So I hope that she says something to her like, "What were you thinking? Have you watched Big Brother? Do you know that you never offer yourself and you've done it every week? What's wrong with
The more and more episodes we watch, I feel like I'm catching more and more people who have never seen the show before. And which that's a
Oh
huge
yeah.
another reason I am so upset with Lauren is because she is a super fan. Like you can tell she's
Yeah.
a super fan, but she's playing horribly. But
It's terrible. She's just, yeah, she was the worst person probably to win HOH this week. I feel like anybody else would have at least been, although I don't know. I mean, I get, like I said last time we talked, maybe at the end of the day, this early in the game, to have like an easier, week is a smart gameplay. I don't know. Because it is harder for them knowing that there's the blockbuster. Because let's say when Keanu took himself down, she did put up Rachel or Jimmy. In any other situation, maybe that would have absolutely been their one-way ticket home. But now that you got the blockbuster, if they win it, they come off the block. They're coming for you. So it's not like it used to be, and I think the blockbuster has just totally messed with the game that it's almost ruining it. Last year, I don't remember having a problem with the blockbuster. Like, I think last year, for whatever reason, it made for good TV. because I didn't hate it then. But for this season, I hate it. I think it's ruining it. I really do.
Yep, I agree. I'll have to check out it last season just to see what it's like on that one. But maybe we should finish up here. Do you have any last minute thoughts?
No, but I mean, I'm not excited at all to watch Wednesday's episode.
Me
I mean,
neither.
I'm really not. I'm not at all. And I do think, though, we need to touch on the fact really quick that Keanu really believes, and in the spoilers that I've read, the live feed updates, he really believes that he's going to win everything from here on out to get to the end of the game. So, I mean, I feel
My
like that's a little
God.
delulu
You're
too.
kidding yourself.
You
No
know,
one in the history of Big Brother has ever done that.
here's what I think, okay? Keanu made that comment last week, ruined things for himself. If after that he would have immediately done damage control, went around to people that he felt like he could work with and say, listen, in that moment, I was heated. I felt like I was all
Yeah.
alone. I felt put on the spot. I'm really sorry. I really want to work with you. If I can, work with you, like offer deals, things like that. But he hasn't done that. So he's always going to go up unless he's HOH. So it's just really a shame because, again, if you were really a super fan of this show, why wouldn't you think that in your head? Like, I need to try to repair some of these relationships. Why aren't you doing that?
Hear me out. How interesting would it be if Keanu won HOH? Rachel and Jimmy would go on the block. Possibly, I don't know, but I mean, it would make the show more interesting.
It would. It would, because he would be totally, off the grid, like off the wall nominations.
Yes.
It wouldn't be the kumbaya, no blood on my hands. He would get his hands full of blood.
Yes, because he had nothing else to lose.
Exactly.
I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it at this point.
You know what? I'm with you, because I can't really think of anyone else that would, like, I like Morgan, I like Mickey, but what would they do?
They would play it safe. I think they would.
I don't think they'd put up Jimmy.
No.
Because they still feel like, well, we haven't had a big blow up. He's still a number for us. So yeah, really, Keanu is our only hope. So Keanu for HOH.
Yep. Don't really care for him much. I mean, he's a nice person, but not for this game. But for the chaos, yes, all for Keanu.
Absolutely. So we're just gonna hope that Kelly goes home this week and flushes out her,
yes,
and then Keanu wins the HOH.
Yes,
and we get some good TV and bring some life to the season.
Or Rachel could win HOH too. Yes,
that's true too. That's true too. Who do you think Rachel would nominate?
I think just any guys. I think Zach, Keanu, and maybe Riley. Or no, probably Adrian. If Adrian's still in the house.
Do you think, though, like, if you're, like a Rachel, someone that has a big target on you, I would want to work with Keanu. I would, just because I would feel like he would be a shield for me.
Yeah.
And not only that, but if he's working with me and he's very good at competitions, we know that he's capable. I mean, he's saved himself, especially when the pressure's on. I want to play with somebody like that. Like, I would want somebody like that, to be my shield. So that might be like in her best interest if she kind of keeps that in her mind too. Like, I don't know if I'd put him up.
But if you think about it this way, the first time he comes off, who are they going to go after next? The next person in line. And if they're winning the competitions. But I see your point. But we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
We had a good time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry if we bitch too much about how horrible this season's been. But hopefully it'll get better with a Keanu or Rachel HOH. So, yes, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye.